Hi everybody, Heidi here, your Yorkshire crafter. How are you doing? I've got a great big cable in my way, I'll just shove that out of the way. I hope you're well, guys, as always. Welcome. If you're new, welcome. Right, actually I'll tell you the date, as always. It is Sunday the 27th of July, and it is 11:15 in the morning, and I am up here getting ready for tonight's live. Only I got distracted, as you do. Right, I'm going to nice, plain, simple. Now I'm going to put something direct to my card base, which is a Nina Classic Crest card base. I'm using 3 zigs, which is yellow for a tiny bit, mid green, and deep violet, and I'm also using my zig water brush, Q Attacker. You won't be able to see it writing, I wouldn't have thought, which I'll try and link below if I think on for the Amazon. Right, so we'll come back to that in a minute. First thing we'll do, actually, I told you the other day I'm running out of my Masking Magic strips, and I'm not very good at cutting a piece of masking sheet, you know, in straight lines. I'm not very good at that. So I said, I've got a die. This is a Spellbinders die, but Gina K does have one, and if I'm right, it's in the Master Layout 8. I think it's this, but it's 3 of them, might be 4 of them. I'm sure they're all the same size, I might be wrong. Anyway, I thought, what if I cut them out of this and see if it works? Well, it did work. Obviously, it's given me 3 lots, and this is the size I wanted. So these will go in my drawer now, and I've got some then as well. So I loved that idea. I'll still get the Masking Magic strips. It's not as easy for us to get hold of them. So I have a notification come when they come in stock, and I buy as many as I can afford then. Same with the glue and the tape runners. Always buy as many as I can afford at the time. But I always run out before the next lot come in. So I want this size. So once I get it starting to peel off, which I didn't have a problem yesterday because I weren't live. You never have problems when you're not live. So I'll move that way. And all I'm going to do is mask 3 corners. 3 corners, 3 sides. Don't need bottom one because we're not coming down that far. I mean, you might want yours bigger if you're doing a smaller. I'm using a flower. Depending on what item you're using, you might want it bigger. You might want it thinner because whatever item you're using might be bigger. So the choice is yours. You don't have to do what I'm doing. It's what you prefer. I just thought this were a bit of a genius idea. See, my brain does work sometimes. I knew I had that die for a reason. No idea what set it's out of. It's just stuck on a magnetic board because I can't remember what set it goes in. I know it's definitely Spellbinders. I mean, the colour of the die gives that away for a start off. They're always gold, if that's what you call gold. Right, there you go. So I've just done all 3 sides. I'm leaving the bottom one because I don't need it. Now they'll go in my drawer. I was dead excited when it worked, honestly. I don't know why I didn't even think it'd work, but I was excited that it worked. So I'll just put that to the side a minute. Now, I've been playing just with colours to see what colour I wanted to go with. I loved the green and pink, but that was going to be for my leaf, but the pink sort of took over and I didn't want to spend ages doing it. This is a quick card we're doing. I love this one. Don't know where I've put the ink. Oh, but what we're doing on the... oh, it would, you know, it would have worked. I'm tempted now. Should we change colour? I'm actually going to go with purple. And all I've done is use the purple that's on my brush. What do you do? I'm going to switch colour. Hang on, let me just grab a... I'll stamp it twice and I'll do a petal on each and then we can decide, can't we? Let me get the colour out. I think this was it. Let me just try before we commit. Or is it just the fact that I didn't like it against the green, because it's going up against green. Well, I've already done it in purple, right? So let's do it. Let's go for it. And hope that it looks okay. So I want the stamping platform, which has got a nice little place behind me. Bet that don't fit. Didn't think it would. That's obviously not going to fit. I am going to stamp it twice, just in case, when I've done one petal, in case I don't like it. So we are going to heat emboss the flower, but we're going to use the non-shiny. And honestly, I'm in love with it. And I actually bought it from Wow. I think, I want to say it were around £16, but I mean, that's going to last me a long time, an awful long time. So the flower I'm using is from Gina Anniversary Flowers. And I'm just going to use this with love. And it comes with the dies. I love, she's the only one that puts a magnet in that I know of. Oh, and Waffle Flower, sorry, there's two. Waffle Flower and Gina, and it's a really good magnet and all. So that saves me a job because it's something I always do on with my dies anyway. I always put a magnet in. Mine's just a cheap magnet that I back onto cheap cardstock. So at least it's got something solid on it. Right. Oh, maybe you guys can help me. I'm going to mention this on the live tonight, but so this will have already been answered. I wanted to stamp it in grey. Right, I know that I have 2 Nocturne. I've got 3 Nocturne and no grey. I don't know where my grey is. Can't find it anywhere. But I've got 3 black and I don't have 3 black. So something's going on. And honestly, I've just done my room, haven't I? So I have absolutely no idea where it is. I can see something there and I don't know what it is. Piece of fluff or something, look at that. Yeah, so no idea where my grey one is at all. I've gone through every single thing where I would put my ink pads. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No, I'm not going to do it in the green, you know. I'm going to stick with the purple. That looks great on first pass. That'll do that. Give this a spray with the best stamp cleaner ever, which is our own. I don't mean we sell out or out. There's just we have I say we because I always class it as our site, all of us, whoever's watching. Same with the Facebook group, it's our group. It's not mine. None of it would be mine without you guys, so I always say our. Why not? I won't be here without you, so there you go. I am absolutely in love with this because if you know me, You know that I like to emboss everything. Especially when I'm using like zigs and stuff. Because, why does it do that? Why does it heap up on that last bit there and I can't get it off? It doesn't come off. It's only this one that does it, none of the others do it. Yeah, so this one, when it's heated up, goes dull. So instead of all my work being shiny all the time, you can't even tell it's on there and it just looks amazing. So we'll heat that up. And it goes shiny if you watch it. I've just blown my phone what's filming because that's got it on and it's up here, so how's that got the powder on? So it goes shiny. Don't know if you can see the shiny actually. And then as soon as it cools down, it goes dull. Amazing. You see, it's funny because I'm here to help you guys. I'm not going to say to teach you because 9 times out of 10 you all know it. You just want a bit of inspo. Same as me. Inspo, what kind of word's that? Anyway, this idea came from somebody else trying this. And it was a lady in group, Karina. And then another lady was looking for some. And we found it. And she ordered some, so I ordered some at the same time. But I wouldn't have known about it. I wouldn't have had a clue. So it just shows. Right, piece of kitchen towel. I always have kitchen towel here when I'm using my zigs. I'm going to dab off as we go along. One for green, one for purple. Right, let's get started. It's dead simple what we're doing. Get me brush flowing. We don't need that now. I don't want any water just leaking out everywhere. Don't need the lid. So let's do it. I feel to be stood at a very funny angle. I don't know why. I'm only putting the tiniest bit on. I'm working from the top with the water brush and then come down into the... It's too much water. Just keep dabbing it off if you think there's too much water. That's it. Now I'm going to dab mine, but you don't have to. And I'm just slightly doing it. I can't do that. There's powder everywhere. That's why I throw that piece of paper in the bin. It makes me cringe. Sorry, I'm just going to have to move a couple of these out of the way. Oh, that's better. We don't like it, do we? That's it. Bit of purple. Wet it down. Oh, you've seen me do this a million times, but I still love to show it because I absolutely love doing it. Because I think it's one of the easiest ways to colour. It just does it for you, doesn't it? But like I said, I've purposely chose to have mine a bit lighter. I could have used a lighter pen, but it's still got this watery colour look to it. If you think it's still a bit dark down that end, just bring it back up. You don't have to even dab them all off. That just wants a tiny bit off. This is actually one of those ones where you could make bulk of these. If you're the person that likes to sell your cards, make bulk because they're so quick to do. And they're really quite elegant when they're finished. Now I have padded my flower down on one of them. Well, on one of them, I've only done one. So just because of postage, in case somebody wants this one, I'm going to put this one flat to the card, so you'll be able to see the difference in that as well. Because it's lovely putting a bit of padding on, but it don't half make a difference in your cost of postage. So this will show you both ways that it can still look as lovely. She says, and she hasn't even had a go. No, I know it will. We do what we can afford to do, don't we? That's why I like to find you all the bargains. If you're not in our group, Heidi-The Yorkshire Crafter, excuse me, pop yourself over. We do get some really good deals in group. You have to answer the 4 questions, otherwise we have a robot, because there's only myself and Nicola that run the group. We have a robot and it won't accept if you don't answer the questions and if you don't have a profile picture. We try our best to keep it the safest group. And it's full of inspiration and it's full of genuinely nice, caring people. It really is. I know a lot of people say that they've been lost without the group. That's a really good thing to hear. And again, it's that I don't call it my group. It isn't my group, it's our group. And do you know what I love best? When people have joined, obviously a post goes up when there's so many big join. And the comments that people put on that are already in the group saying, welcome to our group. I love that. That proper makes me smile. Treat it as your own, because that's what it is. It's a big flower. It's not at all, it's a petal. My favourite colour is green. So why am I using an awful lot of purple lately? What's going on? I'll do this now and I won't even be ready for it live tonight. See how quickly it's coming together? I mean, you colour it with whatever medium you've got. It's your choice. You use whatever flower you've got. You might want to put a bear there. You might not want to use a flower. I don't do flowers, mate. I use them because these are the stamps I like, but I don't have a garden for flowers and all that. I like greenery. I don't like flowers. So this is always strange ground to me when I do something with a flower on. I have to Google an image to see what the actual flower looks like. How bad is that? Well, you either know or you don't you? If you're using a water brush and you want to keep it light like this, just keep wiping your brush off. I've tried lots of brushes, water brushes. This is my favourite. I haven't tried the Spellbinders ones, but I have them. But I've put them in for giveaways because I only use one at a time, and I like this. So yeah, there is some. Oh, that's another thing I know if you join group. If you are active in group, which doesn't mean posting your own stuff all the time, it just means making somebody else feel nice by saying something nice on their post, or post your own. It doesn't mean commenting on my stuff. I mean, more than welcome to, but you don't have to. And then when you are active, you're welcome to join our giveaways, which we have lots sent from companies. We've got a couple of good ones coming up. One's a voucher. We've got an Inkylicious one coming up. I say that and then it might have already gone by the time this comes out. We are doing Oakwood Direct tonight and next week because they sent us 4 giveaways. We normally do 3 every Sunday. And you don't have to do it. We don't ask you to share the post or anything. We purely keep it in group. So it's not about gaining numbers out. It's just a thank you, I suppose, from the company for promoting them, and from us for you just being there. It's good to make somebody smile. It makes me smile if I make somebody smile. There we go. Oh, I thought the flower was done. It's not. Because that's the flower. Same again. I told you it was a quick card, didn't I? Bring in the water. I do this so that all the background's wet of the petal, and that's why you see it wicking up then, because it's just floating on water. So it's a full watercolour, if you like. That's how I normally describe it. Now I am going to leave that one. No, I was going to leave it a bit darker, but I'm not. I'm going to leave the ones behind it a bit darker. How nice is that? Yes, I'm very much loving purple at the moment. Purple and teal, actually. I think that's why I got the teal out as well. Because for some reason, I don't even know what it is. I don't know why it is. But I can't stop using them. And they work fantastic together. Andy's supposed to have gone shopping. But I looked at a car before I started filming. Looked out a window. The car's still there. He's done the shopping, he's just going for bits. Bits that you can't get. There we go, I'm going to leave it at that, because then that's a little bit darker behind it. So that's your purple. Let's run some water through this so that I know I'm not getting purple in it. And we'll put in the green. I want to thank everybody as well for using my eBay to buy this stuff. I've just done out my craft room, if you didn't know, and I'm selling a huge majority of my stuff. I'm selling off. I've sold loads of Gina, but only because I'm making room for more coming. I've sold quite a bit of all different companies, and no, I haven't fallen out with any company. I'm just making room for more stuff. And it feels great to have a right good clear out. That took too much green off, didn't that? You'll get to know your colours, because some, like this is a lot lighter, so it lifted it quite a bit then. This is my favourite green in zigs. So I'm going to put a bit more down than I would normally. So yeah, I'm actually selling an awful lot of stuff. Ready for new stuff. Because there's always something coming out. There we go, that's better. Hey up, I can hear Andy moving now. Oh, that could be Toby. Toby's downstairs, bless him. He thought he was going to be here for live. He thought it was this morning. But it's not. Mummy and Daddy went to the dirty pub last night. So he came to stay with us. And we have a takeaway on a weekend. So he loves it. Can we have pizza, Grandma? It was actually the night for Chinese. So I think Andy were a bit gutted. I'm not. Like I said, I don't eat Chinese. I have it because Andy's the one that goes out to work. So therefore he deserves it. Well, whatever he wants. He's a good one. Most of the time anyway. There we go. I don't know if I told you, we if you're on my private Facebook, you'll know that I put photos up of Lolly when she's playing with the bubbles. You know, the kiddies' bubbles. Obsessed with them. But I found out, I googled it just to make sure they were safe, and they are, but they're not. They can cause indigestion. Indigestion? Yeah, I think it was. And sore eyes. But then there was an alternative, doggy ones. I have a feeling I'm repeating myself. So we've got some peanut butter flavoured ones. She's in love. Gosh, even Rosie had a go. Gotta love them, haven't you? You could hear the mouth slapping shut when they were trying to catch them. They brought a lot of fun to house. It was a bittersweet situation, wasn't it, after losing Lexi and then bringing Lolly into house. But yeah, it was needed, I think. Although Rosie's pretty much going back to her old self like she was when we lost Lexi. It's like she became depressed, and a lot of the time now she goes back there. Don't get me wrong, she plays. She loves playing with Rosie, but there's times when it's like, leave me alone. Just like we would be. She's a funny one. Very loving doggy. Nearly done, guys. It's a big flower, isn't it? Somebody's coming up the stairs. I should have one of them lights outside, shouldn't I? Filming. And in home living. Oh, I'm going to say in home livings, man. Can't ring me, can I? I'm recording on it. Right, last one. And like I said, this one comes with the big die. So, I mean, you don't have to have something that die cuts either. If this wasn't the flower, I mean, I picked this set up because I hadn't used it yet. That's the only reason why. But I would have quite happily have fussy cut a flower. It wouldn't have mattered. You don't need it to be perfect for this. My phone keeps flashing in front of me and it's making me wonder if that is Andy trying to get through. Right, I've just run it clear to make sure I've got no green in it. Not that it would have mattered. And I think that's picking up the purple. But that's okay because it's suited for that middle. There we go. That's fine. I'll just chuck them behind me. And then they're away in the box. Perfect. Right. Yeah, we'll die cut it now. We just put the platform away because we don't need that. I won't put the stamp away yet because we still want that sentiment. So I'll run this through me. I'm using the Platinum 6 today, but I do have the Gina K die cut machine. I should do that when I'm using Gina stuff. I should get her machine out. I don't use it enough, if I'm honest. It was a case of not having room to have both out. I wonder, you know, I've just got the better press system. I wonder if that works on Gina's. That'd be interesting to know. Right, I'm just going to run that through the die machine. There we go. back in there. Right, going to the... I'll tell you what we'll do. I want to splatter it with a little bit of white. So even though it's only a tiny bit, I am going to bring it up because I'm sick of it being all over my table. I'll just get the brush out. Rosie's hair. So I only want the tiniest bit because we're only doing the tiniest bit. And I'm using my Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed-Proof White. Look, I've got it here and I'm not even started yet. I don't want a lot. She says, and she never stops. That's it. So this is end of an old bottle. So I just chucked some water in so we're not wasting it. I'm still using dregs out at the bottom. Crafters don't like to waste, do we? We can't afford to waste, that's the problem. Come on. So while we do the panel, I'm just going to put that to dry to the side, so it dries on its own. Back to our panel. Now, what I want to think about is I want my flower to come down here. So here's about where I want the colour to be ending. Should have dried it, so I'm just going to put it there. Now I'm going to use what's on my brush, but I've also got out the wilted violet. I really didn't want to have to ink it up. I think you get a lot nicer look when you don't have to put fresh ink on, you know, when you try to just fade it out. So that's as far down as I want to go. I am going to have to ink it up because there's not enough. It's how I did my other one. I just used what were on it. So obviously it's hardly out on it now. Is Grandad gone, kid?
Yeah.
Right, so I am going to put some more ink on it. I don't really want to. So I'm going to come in even lighter now, just so we don't get any patches.
What are you making?
I can't. Just like that. So it's getting lighter and lighter as we come down. Don't let doggies out.
Oh, stiff. Bye everyone.
I won't be long, kid. That means Grandad's gone shopping. There we go. I think that's looking really nice and smooth coming down. Just a little bit more at the top. I'm not going to waste that. I might as well pick it up. If you don't want to get blotchy when you come first on, do it onto a mat and then you can keep coming back and picking it up and you don't get a blotchy look. I think we might just be there now. You'd be surprised how dark that is when you take the tape off. I love what I've done here with this, using that dye. I'm dead proud of myself. Right, that's it. Now, using Nina Classic, Nina doesn't take water. So I'm just going to put everything away that water can touch. So it's going to get the quickest splats of water, because it really doesn't like. And then I will tap them off. Better find a light down and I'll get you one in a minute. They're waiting for a sweet pair of them. Give them a treat when they come up here every time. Little bit of water. I mean, to be fair, a lot of it's going to be covered up, but some will be seen. A little bit of water, she says. Tell you, don't want to stop me. So I'm going to pick that straight off, so it's not sitting on it. It swells up. Not so nice. That's enough. That's just perfect, actually, to be fair. See, I can see. Can you see the card swelling? But it does go back down. It calms down and just goes back down. But I'm going to put the heat gun on it now. So I want it to dry quicker. It looks like it's got measles. It's actually got the feel of it. Now I'm doing underneath just to bring the card back to a normal panel. Because it will bow. But it soon flattens back down. See, it's starting to go down now as the dimples in it. So I'm taking this off. Again, I save everything anyway. That goes on my wall. Look at that. How nice is that look? I love doing this anyway. But normally you'll see me, I'll do it on the bottom and blend up that way. Now, it makes it look like it's not a straight panel, but it is. I'm just gonna... And if you're not 100%, here look, I'll show you. If you want it flatter, I'm not bothered because it'll just flatten in time anyway. But cover it up, run it through your dye machine, as you would if it had a dye on it. Or a laminate, and we'll do the same. Just run it through on a piece of paper. Make sure you ain't got any glue on it or out. And it gives you your flat card again. Perfect. Although now it does look like it don't fit. But it definitely does because I've made sure before I even started. There you go. So what you're going to do now, get your flour. So yeah, this time I'm going to go flat with it. Whereas my one that I've already done is raised up. It's really going to annoy me. Now sentiment, I'm just going to take off the with love. So where's my black pad? I've got 3 now. I'm going to stamp it to make sure it's stamping clear, as always. I love just plain simple writing like this. So where my flower's going to go around there somewhere. Oh, I've got ink on top. Look, I didn't cover it enough with the tape. So I want to come here. And I'm just guessing at whether it's straight or not. And that seems to just hit where your colour mainly stops. I don't always clean sentiments, that's how I clean them. 9 times out of 10 they're going to be black or Versamark with powder. So let's stick this down. This is all dry now with the white paint. In here I have got my Gina glue. The only thing I don't use the Gina glue for is for construction because it's too expensive to just be doing that with it. This is ready to be filled up. And yes, I've got a spare bottle already. I've only just filled this now. No lolly. She's trying to climb up my legs. She's learnt that if she annoys me, or, you know, pesters me, that'll stop and we'll just go downstairs. So I'm going to go there. Like I say, bear in mind this one's flat for postage. The other one's got height behind it just to show you the difference. I mean, I love it either way. That's beautiful, isn't it? Lolly. Right, bling wise. So, I have, now these are spellbinders I think, some purple. I love the flat sequins. And they would go perfect with this. But when I was looking, I came across, because I'm doing Gina K, I thought, let's do Gina. So I have some, these look like pyramids to me. And I haven't opened these. I'm not a fan of the pyramid ones, of any make. But they were Gina, so I bought them, like you do. So I love these and I use them all the time. These are my dewdrops, which, oh, I'm tempted now. Shall I do one with dewdrops? No, tell you what. They stop your postage from being the cheap postage. Just by putting one of them on. In our system, it doesn't go through the slot. I use this. And even though that looks big enough, when I've got a card and the envelope, she tells me off at post office all the time. She says, stop putting them on. Because it stops in there. So it then becomes a large letter then. So, those are the dewdrops. But Gina's got these. And I hadn't opened these before either. Where's my triangle? Where is my triangle? Uh-oh. I do have a little triangle, and I've just this second used it. Hang on. I'll get another one out. So these are the same. These are the sequins without the hole in. I really don't like the ones with holes in. And these are called Clear Quartz Solid. So there's still sequins. All my Gina K I normally get from Morva Crafts, Morva, or Bumbleberries. So let's take our little wandy thing. So I know where I want my sequins, and I'm doing the 5 today, the odd number rule. And then, as always, I like to have 2 together, and they are going to go there. So that's where mine are going today. Maybe in a bit. I did think about putting them down here, but no, they don't. They're going there. Or somewhere around there. So let's stick them down. One. I think this card is so simply beautiful. I really do. I don't often use the big ones. I normally stick them under a sentiment, or I'm going to come to the side. I just think sometimes they look too big. There we go. I'll find that other triangle now. I've literally just used it. So there you go. There's your finished card. I hope you like it. But I'll show it you with them sequins. And I love the way they take the colour of what they're on top of. It's so different. So this is the padded one. And they're the same, it just depends how you want it to look. I do love it. I really love it. You can see there, I thought about putting pink in the leaves and I ended up changing my mind. So there you go, guys. I hope you like it. Have a go. See, I came too far down with pink there. But there was no rules, so it didn't really matter. I've got purple there. I just realised I've got purple down the side. So make sure you put your tape on straight. Cut your own tape. Right, guys, I'm going to go. Better get ready for this live. And I'll catch you soon. I love you guys. Bye.